I just want to express that how grateful I am to everybody who participated, not only in the process of bringing Pastor Wally to us, but everybody who participates in worship on a daily basis. Everybody who participates by praying on a daily basis. Everybody who comes over to fellowship, to be one with others, who invites friends, who invite family, to be one with us. That's what's special to me. And as we welcome Pastor Wally into our fold, and as Pastor Steve, and I'll reference it because you did once too, so I get one today. As Pastor Steve always said, that when one enters the family, it's like a new child being born into a family. The entire complex of the family changes. Thus, let it be so with Pastor Wally. And I encourage all of you that as we embark on this journey, there is work to do. Pastor Wally is here not only to do the pastoral care duties, but also to encourage and aid us and help us in our work to be done. So, if you have one of the questionnaires or you need one of the questionnaires, it'll be extremely helpful for the interim transition team to get your opinions. You can still turn it in the next week, and the next meeting that the interim transition team will have is a week from Monday. So you still have a week to get that in, so I encourage you to do so. And now, without further ado, because you've seen enough of me today, Pastor Wally.
Can somebody get me a glass of water? Appreciate it. Aloha kako again. Aloha kako is kind of hi y'all, and so thank you very much. And so some of you, aren't there chairs for everybody? I'm going to take about an hour and a half, so. Oh. Yeah, right. I cannot emphasize how welcome I feel by you, every one of you, and I hope that in the coming months you will continue to tell me your names, and there's quite a few of you, so I'm going to have to learn quite a few names. So I would really appreciate it if you do that. But I'm supposed to tell you a bit about myself so that I won't have to answer the same question time and again. So I'll try to be as brief as possible. I've led quite a dull life, so there's not a heck of a lot to say. As I intimated, I was born and raised in Hawaii, son of immigrant parents from Japan. Spent my growing up years there in a different Hawaii. How many of you have visited Hawaii? Wow, just about everyone. Well, if you visited recently, that's not the Hawaii I grew up in. So if you were fortunate enough to go there in maybe the 70s or 80s, that's what it was like. But I've been really fortunate and blessed to have been around this great country of ours. I've worked for the UCC previous to my first attempt at retiring in 2010. I've visited every state except 2, and so I've been blessed. I've been blessed to be around our world. I worked in doing economic justice. That was my primary focus, especially economic globalization. And in the future, maybe there'll be opportunities to show you some of the documentaries I've done on and in my area, and I think it would be of interest to you. One, I think that would be of particular interest here is the whole issue of water, and so we'll try to arrange a time to view that. I have a lovely wife, Jane, We've, for the past couple of years, lived a commuter marriage. She's a disciples, UCC clergy, but she's presently doing fund development for a children's home, Disciples Children's Home in Cleveland, where I used to live when I worked for national staff. And commuter marriages suck. Can I be a little more forthright about that? Yeah, okay. I have two lovely children, both grown. My son is just graduated with his master's in fine art from the University of Colorado in Boulder. And my daughter is a rising senior at the Lamont Conservatory of Music. She is a cellist. I'm praying for this. She's been at a chamber quartet camp this summer, and she met the cello professor from Arizona State University. And she wants to do graduate study, so I'm praying that she'll come out here. And if she does, hey, God is good. You've read all the stuff on that poster, and I'm willing to answer questions if you have any that would be appropriate for this meet and greet. Don't ask me about my theological positions on anything. All right. Any questions? Yeah.
I'm Kathy, and my question is, from Buddhist to Southern Baptist. You said you'd explain that later, but do you have just a brief word you can say about it now?
Probably three. Oh my God.
Well, it was actually, what have I got myself into? Actually, it was during a time, and I'll be really brief. I was a freshman in college, and living away from home for the first time, going to school in Southern California, living with my brother. And my brother was dating a divorcee who had a son my age, and he attended the Southern Baptist Church. So I wanted to meet girls. I'll be really blunt about it. And so I thought, well, church. Okay, so I went to church with him, and actually it was a relationship with a very unconventional Southern Baptist pastor who was the pastor of that church. It was a Korean language church. And he kind of loved me into the kingdom. That's the easiest way to put it. So it's relational more than anything else. Yeah.
Wally? Comments included in this?
Oh, yeah.
I'm Becky. I'm living.
If it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I live in San Luis Obispo, California. I lived here started a family here about 12 years ago.
Uh-huh.
You asked if I've ever been to Hawaii, and because I've never been personally, but I know people that go over there. I think I have second cousins in Nativity Elementary School, and I think of the birthday of Mary, Jesus' mother, and the Nativity. It's a little different, I think. And Life, I work for Life Water, and they are conscientious of the water in Africa.
Uh-huh.
And
Yes.
they're beginning to have a crisis with bottles, I think, with landfills and the issue there.
It is way beyond crisis proportions, I think, and we really do need to address the issue. And I think as Christians in terms of our understanding of ecology and God's creation. So, and there are many ways in which we can be creative and work on this issue. Yeah, thank you. Hey, John?
Wally, based on recent experience, would you say your golf game is better or worse than the conference ministers?
I knew he would worm that in. He is referring to the last time we played golf, which was Friday. Friday's going to be my day off. So we played golf. It was a course he knew very well. He played it hundreds of times. And it was the first time I played that course. My nose. No.
I think a better question that the congregation wants to know is, do you think your golf game will get better or worse? Because if you say better, you're spending a lot of time on the golf course.
It can't get worse.
Oh, now that was cold. That was cold. All right. I'm not even going to honor that. Don't even bother. Don't even bother. He's incorrigible. Yes, Gordon?
Briefly, you describe what brought you to the United Church of Christ?
Oh,
If you can.
well, as I said, well, indirectly, yes. My wife, as I said, was a disciples clergy, and clergy, disciples, and UCC are kind of holding hands at this point, trying to think how they're going to, whether they're going to get married or whether they're just going to be living together. But anyway, so part of my resume is we co-pastored a church in Ohio. And one afternoon there, when we were home one Sunday afternoon, the conference minister of Hawaii, who's a lot nicer than John,
That's not a lie.
and his name is Terry Kawada, and Terry called and basically said, would you come look at this UCC church? I want you to consider. And I said, no, we're happy where we are. But we were actually, as it turned out, God is good. We were going on vacation to Hawaii. And so he said, well, you come over and just meet the people. So one thing led to another, and I ended up as the senior pastor of that church on Oahu. And it's been a love affair ever since then. But seriously, John was either the chair or the secretary of the Office for Church and Society, and I met him as part of the search committee that called me to be the executive director of the Office for Church and Society. So it's a long, long, winding path.
Did you always play the country club, or did you play Hickam Air Force Base?
There's a golf theme here. Actually, a member of my church was in Hawaii was a dentist, and they went around to all the different courses, and they allowed one minister, that's all they could stomach, to play with them. And so I got the long straw, and so I played all over I was so happy. Yes. One day a week. Anything else?
Well, Pastor Wally, thank you so much.
Sure.
Welcome. Figured I had
Thanks,
that
Greg.
before when I do that.
Oh, gosh, get rid of it.
Oh, especially the bottle. You can put me in the middle, huh? Makes the most sense.
You had a good one on the first one, or did you? Like, you're hard, you're a blinker.
I'm a blinker. Oh,
You guys look great.
Okay, good, perfect.
You can scroll back and forth and see.
That's good, excellent.
They're good.
You're right,